You're hit. You're bleeding, man. I ain't got time to bleed.
There we go. It might be a little bit better. Sorry about that. Again, it's brand new software, so I'm trying to work out the kinks. That should be a lot better, right? So, as I was mentioning before, there's definitely a lot of things that's been happening for the month of May. So, pretty much what it is, I have this YouTube counter now. So, I have now the 3 of you, and as it stands right now, there's also, of course, the chat right here that's going to scroll up and down per whenever you guys talk, so that way it can be viewed. And man, ever since this trailer has been released, all kinds of things have been happening in the works as of right now. So pretty much what it is that so far, what I have is, I know John, you probably have already heard about it, this whole 4K ultra high definition release for 20th Century Fox, all of their stuff. So pretty much is the brand new DVDs coming out. I don't know if they're going to use this box. I think this is just a sample. And I mean, I got the Ultimate Edition. I got the 3D edition. And this is the UPC code that I got December 9th, 2013 for the 3D Blu-ray edition. And I actually got 2 weeks ahead of schedule because I got the sticker that says, do not sell before Tuesday, December the 17th, the street date. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And of course, you know, I got it for Christmas. I saved it for that Christmas special holiday, which is why I got the troll face. I got the 2 1/4 scaled figures from NECA, the 2 7 inches, the Hunter edition, and of course I got the Best Buy ultra high definition Blu-ray. I don't even have a 4K TV, but probably knowing me, I'll definitely have to go ahead and get it just for the sake of getting it, because I already have the VHS, I have Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, Blu-ray 3D, and also add that to the collection. What's up? Gaming with Gleese, man. I'm glad you made it to the live stream. So I apologize again for the beginning for not being able to hear me. I'm just working out the kinks because I'm working on with a brand new software from Streamlabs. It was regular OBS software. Now I'm working with them. So I have the brand new YouTuber account. So this is actually going to be really pretty fun, I think. Now the other thing is what I really want to talk about as well, besides the whole 4K thing, there's brand new comic books because of the movie release coming out in August. And this is going to be the Predator Hunters 2, the sequel to the first one. And this is going to be Predator Hunters 2, and this is going to be the cover. That's going to release August the 8th. And then we have the Predator: The Essential Comics Volume 1 that comes out December the 12th. So that would be a Christmas gift for any of those of you who are brand new to Predator or anything like that. But Predator Hunters 2 is coming out August 8th. So I already got that pre-ordered. I got both the regular cover and the variant cover from Chris Warner. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I think, Gleese, you are using Streamlabs too, because it's really awesome, the software, because you automatically have themes. It gives you everything automatically, like your chat box and things like that. I think I could test something out, like a subscriber pop-up. So I think that was pretty sweet to have. Yeah, see? So if someone subscribes to my channel, that'll pop up. I've been wanting to change it to a Predator, but I don't know if I can do that or not. So let's see here. So we got new comic books. I know right now the official Predator fan app, John's going completely nuts with the whole Hawkins NECA figure release. And if you guys don't know, the Predator fan app is official 20th Century Fox app through 20th Century Fox Digital. And if you ever, of course, decide to join, my username is Predhead218. If you ever decide to, you can get. And what's really awesome is the back of the box. This is a 30th anniversary edition, and this says, she said, "Why did you have to say that twice?" I said I didn't. I'm glad they didn't put the full joke on the back of the box, because only if you're a hardcore Predator fan would you know the actual joke. But he definitely comes with all those cool accessories, even the radio, because he's a communications officer. So that was pretty sweet. I don't know if I'm going to try very hard to get it. I might have to take the day off to order it, because it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, right? So just let's wait and see. So I'm just really stoked about the figure and the new comic books coming out. I didn't either. Wolf Predator Queen, at least not at first. Of course, I was young. I mean, when I saw the film, I was 6 years old, right? So I didn't get the jokes. I literally thought when he was talking about, you know what, I thought he was a lonely guy, like he wanted a cat. I thought he really wanted a cat, because when you're watching the Acme cartoons, like the Warner Brothers cartoons, like Sylvester and Tweety, things like that, Tweety always refers to Sylvester as "you bad old putty cat." I just thought that was funny. I mean, it's childhood innocence, right? When you're thinking about that, you automatically think of Sylvester, Tom and Jerry, that kind of camaraderie. I mean, now I know better, because I'm 35 years old, with profane language. It's funny how you would go and watch something as a child, and then as you grow up, you rewatch it again and again, and you catch on to certain things that they're saying and situations that they're in, like, oh, that's what they meant. Gotcha. Those were the 3 announcements I made so far. Are you guys, I know, Wolf, you're going to try to get Hawkins. I'm going to try to take the day off if I know what the pre-order date is. Is anyone going to try to take the day off from work to try to grab Hawkins? I will try to. That's the key word. Try very hard to get Hawkins. Of all the humans that I want in my collection, Hawkins is definitely one of them, especially when it's only 3,000 pieces sold as literally an exclusive. A lot of fans were very upset about that on Twitter and Instagram, that it couldn't be a wide release. I tried very hard not to use profanity as a child, mainly because I didn't know what I was saying to begin with. I thought it sounded funny, because you're taught as a child that, ooh, you shouldn't say that. So it's one of those guilty pleasures. I am going to get the Hot Toys Wolf. I'm already making payments. My second payment will be on June the 10th. I changed my date because of I had a bill due. I know that. So I had to change it to the 10th. I was kind of close. So I'm definitely going to get the Wolf. Probably won't be until September until I review it. I'm hoping that when all the videos are uploaded on YouTube, I can try to provide a little much more in-depth detail to the figure. And because there's so many accessories and better improvements to the Wolf Predator Hot Toys figure than it was from the cleaner kit that was released previously, I'm hoping my video won't be too long. That way it's kept within a certain time frame. I try to keep all my videos uploaded to be about 15 minutes or less. Otherwise my computer won't process it or render it if it's 20 minutes or longer. So 15 minutes is my sweet spot. But what I found out also is what's really cool is a new Eaglemoss statue. There's actually two of them. So the comic book cover from, this is a variant by the way, a Predator #1 that was released back in 2009. The reason I'm bringing it up is because we're actually getting that statue from Eaglemoss, and that's going to be, of course, your standardized $30 from either Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. So there's that. And what also is this image here from Predator 2 in the slaughterhouse scene. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because we're getting, they call him the Owl Marine, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be Peter Keyes in his suit from Predator 2. This is also, again, up for pre-order at either, again, Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, or you can go directly to Eaglemoss website themselves. And that's, you know, your standard, again, $30. Really stoked about that. So, again, that's another human that I want to add to the collection. It's usually Noland. We don't have Royce yet. We don't have any of the other figures like Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything like that from Eaglemoss. So I think because of likeness rights, I don't know if they have the likeness rights to Gary Busey or anything of that nature. So they're trying to hide it by wearing his mask. I think it's pretty subtle under the table that it's Peter Keyes. I cuss because it's fun and me, it's how I talk to. If you'll notice on my videos, because of guidelines, I try not to use profanity. I mean, you meet me in person, I'll probably talk like a pirate depending upon the circumstances. When I'm mad, I'll definitely use a lot of profanity. It's an F-bomb every other word, not every other sentence. Since we're talking about Eaglemoss, I also did a review, if you guys remember seeing my video, the Eaglemoss Predator Homeworld statue. Do you guys collect Eaglemoss? Because they're veritably cheap, and if those of you, for say, if you can't afford statues through either Prime 1, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute, Sideshow Collectibles, stuff like that, Eaglemoss seems to be the cheaper route. Who collects Eaglemoss? What's up, Daniel? So what'd you think? Did you like it, Daniel? What's up, Steve? They should, and I think they're probably going to maybe do it. I don't know. I don't know why they're holding out on the Wolf. They've done every other Predator but the Wolf so far. Yeah. Not your channel. My channel. Nice try, Pygmy. Well, good evening to you, dear sir. From a brother from across the pond. I'm glad you like it, Daniel. I'm glad that you got it. it came home safe and sound. I love that pin. That's probably about the biggest pin that I own. That and the Family Guy Predator version. So pretty much what we've talked about so far is that there's the 4K ultra high definition Blu-ray coming out from Predator. Yeah, I agree. Wolf is the only thing that came as out of AVPR. Everything else just sucked. It's not so much as the movie sucked, it's bad storyline, hardly no character development. I did not care about the humans at all, except for the little girl and the infants in the hospital. That was about it. What's up, Nick? I just wish the AVPR was better. I liked AVP, and it's funny when I'll review AVP probably in a future video, but if you watch AVP, it has a good cast. You're already invested into the characters. It doesn't show the predators right off the bat immediately, but you get an idea of what's probably going to happen, but you're still not sure yet of where it's going to go. And then you have, of course, towards the end, it just repeats Aliens vs. Predator as a comic book. So my theory is, if I ever get the chance to interview Paul Anderson, I believe that for some reason or another, he was scared of doing his own story, because it wasn't the comic book, so he throws in, at the last minute, all the comic book references to get us as Predator fans into the seats of the theater. Yeah. It's actually pretty cool, Pygmy, because what I did is I took a downloaded version of the movie and I cut all the xenomorphs, I cut all the humans out of it, and I just left it as the wolf. To me, it was a much more better, interesting video when I cut it and edited it that way. Yeah. I don't know why, it was just sluggish. I was like, okay, can we get this moving along now? Because again, you're not caring about the characters. They were cannon fodder. It's like, if they died, you wouldn't care. That's just sad. Later, Nick. Yeah, it'll be uploaded here probably about an hour or two. So, with regards to the Eaglemoss, I'm just curious. I have the Berserker, Scar, Jungle Hunter, and the Predator Homeworld that I just bought. So I have 4. I know I'm a little bit behind because I'm missing the Elder, I'm missing the City Hunter, the Falconer, the Tracker. So I have 4, I'm missing 4. So there's 8 released, I'm missing half of it. Yeah, that's cool, Pygmy. You know what's interesting, Pygmy? I learned that your release in the UK has a different special feature than it does for us in the US. So when they have this special featurette for their building the Pred Alien, you guys have the building of the wolf, the sculpting the wolf, the character of the wolf. We don't have that in the US. None on our DVDs. So I had a friend of mine send me a copy of that footage. Of course it was bootleg because he used his camera to capture it, but I wanted to watch it. So that was one thing I definitely wanted to watch, was the building of the wolf, how they sculpted it, what weapons were used, things like that. Because all we get here in the US is the Pred Alien. We don't, and the Predator Homeworld. Is the Homeworld and the Pred Alien featurettes on the behind the special features or behind the scenes is what we get here in the United States. So, it kind of is what it is. Do you guys remember that Figma figure that I mentioned before. It was probably 3 streams ago, like 3 or 4 months ago. But what happened is that this was the prototype. I'll refresh your memory. So this was the prototype that I mentioned before. But come to find out, it's a city hunter. I thought it was a samurai, but apparently this is a Japanese version of the city hunter. So you have the head, different versions. So you have open mouth, closed mouth of the city hunter. And the mouth moves up and down. I got this as a GIF. Dreads move. This is interesting that the dreads move to put it into an action pose, I guess. And then of course you have the blades that retract back and forth, things like that. But for me, what's really crazy, and I'm going to add here an image, which I forgot to add. That's my apologies. Is that this sucker is $165. So this is from Big Bad Toy Store. $164.99 for a 6-inch figure. 6 inches. So it's an inch shorter than a NECA figure, and they want $165 for it. There's no way. That's going to be a hard pass. I'm sorry. I'll wait for that to be on clearance. For $165, I'm going to get myself a Hot Toys figure. It's bigger. It's not 100% plastic. It's got genuine leather, die-cast metal blades, and that City Hunter, a Japanese version of the City Hunter, is $165, and it's all 100% plastic. Yeah, I know City Hunter Love would probably like that, but for $165, I think she'll probably pass on it too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Wolf, is the Samurai Star Wars figures. I think it's made by the same company, to be quite honest with you. It's made by a Good Smile company, and their product line is Figma, F-I-G-M-A. And I mean, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. But for, I mean, $165, it looks awesome, but I can't afford it. There's no way. No way, Jose. At first I thought it was reminiscent of the Hot Toys Samurai Predator. I literally thought that's what it was going to be. So you had your Samurais, or Samurai Hot Toys Predator, and that was going to be your standardized Hot Toys price of $200, possibly even $400, because it was a very rare or limited edition. Now they're going between $700 to $800, which I think is ridiculous. I think it's because it comes with a base. It's not a typical figure. A figure will just come with its stand, not an actual base. My Barnes & Nobles don't have them. They just have the books, the Funko Pops, stuff like that. I'm glad you mentioned that, Pygmy. Yeah, it really sucks for you to being a UK person, because you're going to have to pay way more for shipping, plus the cost of the figure. I was thinking about getting 2 of them, but based on the hype that it's now going through the internet right now from yesterday, I was just saying to Wolf that I might have to take the day off to just snap on it when I get a chance. I'll have the money for it by July, But I don't know. It's that for all the NECA that they released. That one's definitely, excuse me, that one's definitely the sought after one from NECA. The Chia pet Groot, I don't think anyone's gonna want that. I thought it was a cool idea because it's Groot and he's a tree. He's a living, you know, breathing plant that can talk. But a Groot Chia pet, no thank you. So everyone's gonna try to get that Hawkins. Yeah, Daniel, as far as NECA, they don't ship anywhere outside of the US. It's only for United States distributors only, unless you have, I think you have 2 websites in the UK. There's Forbidden Planet and there's another one. It starts with a P. I can't remember. But I know there's 2 websites that people go to for figures. Well, that's unfortunate, Pygmy. I mean, that's just the way it is. Because with the pricing for NECA figures, with it being the price gouging, it's going to be for profit, at least for the time being, until the hype dies down a little bit. Okay, Worlds Apart and Forbidden Planet. Is Forbidden Planet your main source for anything figure-wise for Predators? Or do you try to get stuff from eBay to make it easier on you? I'm just curious, because I know it's easier for us because our manufacturing, even though it's in China, our distribution is always here in the United States. So it goes from China, makes its port docking in California, and then gets pushed all the way to the East Coast. Yeah, see, that was the whole Funko Pop thing where the site crashed for Funko Shop. I don't want any of the ad stuff. I already got what I need from Funko so far, except for when the Predator Funko Pops get released, the brand new Predator ones. So I'm good until I can find the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one, of course. Yeah, Amazon. The downfall. That's what put Toys R Us out of business, in my opinion. Okay, so I have actually a few other announcements. Well, one last thing, I think. Scout Predator NECA figure, or the Haya Toys figure. So I know that. Wait, no. Scout don't come out till. Okay, I'm getting confused. NECA one. Haya Toys don't come out yet. But check this out, guys. I don't know if you are aware, but I figure because I'm on a live stream, I'll do it right now. So Prime 1 Studios is releasing their 1/3 scale statues. So this was a teaser that they did for the City Hunter from Prime 1 Studios. Then they finally released this one on their Instagram account. And my wallet's already crying. So they're going to do a 1/3 scale statue of the City Hunter. That was already announced on their Instagram. So 1/3 scale, if 1/4 is 18 inches, the next one up might be between 24 to 36 inches. Depending upon, because I know the City Hunter will be on a base, because Iron's Prime 1 is usually always good with their bases. So it goes from the bottom of the base to the top of the statue. All together should be between, you know, 24 to 36. So there was that. And then come to find out, you guys are gonna, this is blowing my mind what this is. Yeah, City Hunter would love that. But I'm just curious if City Hunter Love could afford it. Their statues are not cheap. They're way more expensive than Sideshow. But their quality is better than Sideshow. That's the difference. You're paying for quality, control, and all that other stuff. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know if City Hunter Love would sell everything she has. That's a large pill to swallow. But I want to see if you guys know what this one is. I want to give you a guess. Who is this guy? This is again from Prime 1 Studios. I want to see if you guys can guess who this is. I'm not going to give you any hints. I want to see who can guess who it is. Any guesses? Pygmy, I literally thought that to be true as well. I thought that was an elder. So that was guess 1. An ancient. That's guess 2. Both of you are wrong. Surprisingly, I literally thought that was the same thing. I thought it was an elder and an ancient. But no, you really want to know what it is? This is going to blow your mind. This reveal from Prime 1 Studios, this is also going to be a 1/3 scale statue from Prime 1. Keep in mind, 1/3 scale statue. Pretty big, right, in scale of height. This guy right here is Ahab. Prime 1 Studios is sculpting a 1/3 scale Ahab Predator from Predator, Fire, and Stone. So my wallet is already crying because that's exactly who that is. So if you look at the tusks, the scars, the missing eye, that's exactly who that is. So this is a 3D sculpt, and I don't know if it's ZBrush or not, but this is Ahab as a 1/3 scale statue from Prime 1. And you think that's bad? That doesn't even touch it. Doesn't even touch it. So there's the Kenner 4-inch scale figure from Kenner. There's also the NECA 7-inch scaled figure. I'm not going to drop it just yet. But here is what Prime 1 is doing as a tease as well. And again, when I saw this, my wallet, my mind is going to just... We're getting, ladies and gentlemen, a 1/3 scale cracked tusk Predator from Prime 1 as a statue. Let that sink in for a minute. So not only are you getting the City Hunter, you're getting Ahab, and we're getting the cracked tusk Predator from a Kenner homage. All 1/3 scale statues. Oh man. So the thing is though, with Ahab and City Hunter, those are the two images that were officially announced on their Instagram page. So if you want to go on Instagram, if you have an Instagram account, and for you the viewer, if you're watching this either now or afterwards and you have an Instagram account, just look up Prime 1 Studios and you can see in their feed of photographs, the photographs that I'm showing you, where it's going to be Ahab and City Hunter. Crack Tusk, or I'm not sure if that's going to be an actual tease, but I believe that's from the Prime 1 distributor. That's just what they're currently working on. I know, right, Pygmy? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because the statues alone are between about $1,000 to $1,500 a piece. And that's the US market. So that's 3 statues. $5,000. $5,000 I had to save just to get those statues. And I'm still behind. I still haven't gotten the maquettes, the City Hunter and the Jungle Hunter. I tried getting the painting, the art print from Sideshow, but they want an immediate $250. So I'm going to let that die down to where it's $90. So, and the worst part about that is with that art print from Sideshow, it's supposed to go along with the Jungle Hunter maquette. They didn't give you an option whether it be framed or unframed. Framed, it's $250. Unframed, it's $90. But I would recommend that, Pygmy. I really would. Because your Kawasaki, I don't know if it's going to appreciate in value. I highly doubt it. I believe motorcycles are just in the same way as cars. Once they're made, it's they depreciate in value. I would just sell the Kawasaki and get the statues, because these will appreciate in value way more than a motor vehicle will. Because the way I look at it is this: depending upon which one you get, and the quality on these Prime 1 statues are very sought after. At least they are right now, because they do. Right now they have the Batman license. They also work on Batman Ninja, which is I guess a Japanese anime version of Batman. They also have regular Batman like the Arkham City. They have Superman, Transformers, Poison Ivy, characters like that. So that's where I would go with. Excuse me. That's where I would go with that. Sorry, I got the hiccups. But yeah, if I had an opportunity of doing that and getting $5,000 just from your motorcycle, go for it. Daniel, you took the words right out of my mouth. When he said he's going to sell his body, I'm like, well, there's the red light district. I'm sure that's not very far from Pygmy. Although he would probably get lost. He'd be like, well, instead of selling, I think I'd rather buy. Of course, it'd be a waste. You'd spend the $5,000 within, like, what, 2 hours? Seriously, Pygmy, I'm just messing with you, man. Yeah, that's just funny. So I do have a question though. Are you guys gonna get the high definition, the 4K DVD, or are you good with what you got? I'm gonna wait, because I don't even have a 4K TV. I have the Deadpool cover, a Predator. I have the cover arts from Best Buy, Predator and Predators. So I think I'll wait on the 4K. Oh, Pygmy, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, or Daniel. I just want to go ahead and remind you, for those of you who just now are tuning in, there's 2 new comic books coming out. So you got, the first one is Predator Hunters 2. It's a sequel to the first one that was released last year in 2017. That's coming out August 8th, and then this one, the Essential Comics Volume 1, is coming out December the 12th. So make sure you mark your calendars. Good Christmas presents for anybody that wants those comic books. I'm waiting on the PS5. Sony has already announced and confirmed that the PlayStation 4 has already reached its life cycle, and they're going to start working on the PlayStation 5 release. I knew it was going to happen. That's why I didn't buy a PlayStation 4 for $400. And I thought, I'll pass. I'll wait for the PS5. Yeah, I've already pre-ordered mine, Pygmy. I already got the variant cover and the regular cover for Predator Hunters 2. So that's going to be really cool. Really super stoked about that. My channel. For what it was, what I thought about it, my 2 cents. And I like the trailer. Only because of what I was able to see. I know it was only a minute and a half out of possibly an hour and a half to 2 hour movie. I'm hoping that it's longer than an hour and a half to get the character development going and get certain things started as well. I highly doubt they'll be able to do a movie based upon the depth of what Shane Black is doing for an hour and a half. I could be wrong. But I want a longer Predator movie this time. I want it to be 2 hours. I mean, I'm going to go see it opening night. I'm hoping to go see it in California. So, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts? Did you like the trailer? That's true. That's very true. So Pygmy says, do the technology industry works like this? Once the product goes on the shelf, it's already obsolete. Yep. Same thing with cars. Same thing with cars. As soon as the car is already on the dealership, $25,000. As soon as I drive it off the lot, there's another one right behind it. So this was a 2018 release car. You already got a 2019 release car right behind it. Yeah, I want to, well, 3 hours is kind of stretching it a little bit. 2 hours is good for me. Or 2.5, depending upon the circumstances. But that's just me, though. I prefer it to being an hour and a half, 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. But you have to grab my attention. You have to allow me to invest into what's going on for me to stay in a theater seat for 2 hours. Because usually the popcorn and the drink is already gone. I know depending upon if you get a large, you can get a refill, but I don't leave that seat. When I pay for a movie, I'm in that theater, I don't leave it. Popcorn, drink, maybe already depleted. I've already ate it all or drank it all. I ain't leaving it. 24 hours. What would it be a 24-hour Predator movie look like? Ooh. I just thought of something. A 24-hour Predator movie would be, I don't know if you guys read these comic books or not, but it'd be Predator, the original. Technically it's Predator 2, but I'll get into that in a future video. Predator Cold War and Predator Dark River. Dutch's brother, the detective that's trying to find Dutch, his brother. That would be a good 24-hour movie. Or you can do Aliens versus Predator. So you have Alien versus Predator, the 4 issues with Machiko. It's not Machiko. I kind of find out through research it's Machiko Noguchi in Japanese. Then you have Alien vs. Predator Duel, Alien vs. Predator War, and Alien vs. Predator 3 World War to sum it all up. So, for a 24-hour movie, I think that would probably be it. Because you have to have it be where it's space, Earth, Yautja Prime, back into space, fights, battles. I want a war movie. I really honestly do. I know that it's a lot of fans are not liking the AVP film with Lex, or Alexa Woods, Lex for short, but because of already what's in the theaters, I'd rather it be picked up where she was left at on Antarctica. So if I were to write a script, I would pick up where she is. She, because she's the only one by herself, would be interrogated. I actually have it still. The big, beautiful red hardcover. The red foil pages. Absolutely gorgeous hardcover book. I didn't even open mine because it was so beautiful. Which is kind of, you know, ironic, but the pages themselves I don't want to ruin. So it's still got its saran wrap plastic around it so to keep the pages nice and pristine and clean. Haven't even opened it yet. I don't know, Wolf. I liked her, but because of expectations, I was expecting Machiko. But that's where I think Alien versus Predator. Rage War? Yeah, Rage War would be a long movie. If not for the ones I just mentioned, the comic book based, it would be a different book. But I know there is Predator Incursion, at least that I read. I'm having it with Lex. I liked her, actually. It was different. She wasn't as strong as I would like her to be. She's definitely not a Ripley, and I don't want her to be a Ripley. I want her to be her own character. So I would just pick up from where Lex is. I would have her be interrogated because she's the only one left. So when she gets to the ship, because the ship's still there, the cargo ship, I mean, and the Predators come in and try to capture the technology that was stolen, and she just comes in to be part of that group again, and she becomes part of that clan. Alien Invasion, that's what it was. Thank you, Pygmy. Again, I'm not an Alien fan, so I didn't pick up Alien Invasion. And the beautiful thing about Tim Levin, when he wrote the book, you didn't have to read Alien Invasion first to get the gist of what was going on in Predator Incursion. So I went, when Predator Incursion skipped Alien and went right into Alien vs. Predator Armageddon. So that's just, you know, me. I'll think about it. I'm sorry, I guess I'm a little bit biased. I only care about the Predators. The Predators, to me, the reason I started this YouTube channel as well is because the aliens, that they only do one thing: eat, kill, breed some more, eat some more, kill some more, until the entire whole population has been depleted. And when it's just xenomorphs of whatever variation they come across. Predators don't do that. Predators themselves, Yautja, have and understand there has to be a balanced ecosystem for everything to survive. Otherwise, it's just a desolate wasteland. I mean, Alien looks cool. I'm not going to deny that. Alien definitely looks like a cool character. Well, my favorite character out of the entire book series is Issa. ISA. She's the scientist that is so fascinated with Yautja, and I relate to her in a sense, because she actually, the part of the book that I'm currently reading, Armageddon, where they're interrogating the Rage android on Yautja Prime, between her and the Elder. Kind of find out the Elder is a female. So that's pretty cool. So that's the part where I'm at. So the fact that she built a translating device and then was able to translate at the end of Incursion, where the elder says, and it's a very awesome quote, "We don't have allies, we just have enemies, some worse than others." I like that. That's pretty dope. And it's true. See, my theory for Yautja as predators is the fact that they have an offensive attitude as opposed to defensive, meaning that their attitude is take them out before they take us out. That's their monopolizing way of survival. It's how they do survive. But they don't do it to the point where like they're bad blood brethren, because there's, like, on our planet there's different cultures, different clans, different, diversity. So with Yautja Prime, you have where you have different clans that believe different things. Some people say just genocide, get rid of everybody and everything and enjoy it while you're doing it, which is almost the same thing of being a serial killer. Yeah, kill or be killed. It's how it is in real life. I was talking to my dad because he's a hunter. Alabama, yeehaw. Where if we survived by outnumbering our predators. We're not born with claws. We don't have any sharp teeth. The only thing that kept us alive and multiplying was our brains. We outsmarted our predators. But there are still humans, even to this day, that are getting eaten alive by bears, by sharks, crocodiles, and you hear it in the news. Yeah, I like the actual scientist. I think her name is Issa. I don't know I can't remember her last name, but I think it's Issa, I-S-A. Hashori. Refresh my memory, Wolf. Isn't Hashori the elder? The female elder? Or is that... Because I know there was two different predators. There was one predator that captured an android and beat it to almost slap to death. And can speak its language natively because it's an android. There was that predator, and then there was the other predator with the scientist. Yes. Okay, yeah. Leader of the Widow clan. Yeah. She was the one that had captured and beat the android to a pulp. Okay. So Pygmy, you're like Wolf. You're liking Hashori then. Because you guys... I'm pretty sure there was two different predators. One was a clan leader. The other one was an elder. I'll have to go back and look. But I do like the human scientist, because I relate to her a lot. For someone who's, fascinated with predators in general. I still need to read that If It Bleeds anthology book. I haven't even picked it up yet. I know. I have to finish it. I'm only halfway through the book of Armageddon. I have to finish it. I might like Hashori at the end. Because right now I'm not liking her very much. She's too hostile. For all the right reasons, I'm sure, because of the rage. Because the rage destroyed almost her entire clan, if I remember correctly, based on memory. So what do you guys... Let's see what I pick me. I appreciate you stopping by, dude. Has anyone picked up anything brand new in their collection yet? I'll probably see posts on the official Predator fan app for anybody that's picked up anything. I think, let's see, I went to Toys R Us today for the last time. I made some really cool memories. I took a photograph, and I'll make a video of that for my last toy hunt at Toys R Us. I only got one little item, but it's a duplicate item. I already have it, but I figured, I don't have two, so I'll just buy another one.